and the differences between road cyclists and triathletes. A proper pair of road cycling socks are good morning, trainiacs. After 2 days off in the remote town of Kenora, Ontario, I'm back. I'm back into poo-filled backyard with a garage that's being torn down tomorrow. But I was out there for a charity bike race that on the first day, Mel and we went and shot a promo video and a wrap-up video and a summary video and an overview video. Basically just a really fun video of the bike race. And then on the second day, I went and did the bike race. And I'll tell you about how I did in a bit. But it was really funny. I was out there with all my Tuesday and Thursday morning group ride cycling friends who aren't triathletes, and we got to talking about triathletes on bikes and the differences between road cyclists and triathletes. So number one, if you are a triathlete and you want to show up and ride with a bunch of road cyclists, do not be showing up with a split nose saddle. It screams triathlete. Not a good call. Secondly, aero bars, don't use them. Frankly, if you show up with a tri-bike to a road biking group, you're screaming, hey, please drop me. Don't ride around me. I'm dangerous. Stay away because I want to be here and my brakes are over here. And then triathletes are notorious for showing up to road biking groups with enough nutrition taped and strapped to their bars and on the back of their seat that you'd think that they are never going to eat ever again. Going into hibernation. It's just a bike ride. You don't need that much food. Go ahead, bring food to your rides with road cyclists, but not so much that you need a picnic blanket to lay it all out. And road cyclists, this is a message to you. That extra half pound of food in your stomach, it's not gonna kill you, all right? Don't be afraid of food. Now, socks when you're joining a road cycling group. Wear them. Yeah, don't be that triathlete that shows up and brings a bad name to us all by showing up in your tri-suit shoes and no socks. All right, Taren, I'm gonna go ahead and wear sockettes then. Incorrect. No, you won't. You're gonna scream runner or triathlete. Not gonna happen. How about compression socks, Taren? Even worse. To the road cyclist, compression socks are about as blatant as throwing a target on your back and a little sign along your butt that says, please drop me. You don't want to ride with me. Leave me in the dirt because I don't know how to ride properly and I need these compression socks to make up for it. A proper pair of road cycling socks are as follows. Above the ankle, below the knee. Somewhere in this general meaty range right here, right around where the calf ends. You show up with a pair of these suckers on your legs, you're gonna fit right in. They won't even know that you're a triathlete. You'll be like a Russian spy. And by the way, if there's any Russian spies watching this, Canada loves you. We're cool, okay? Now, helmet selection when you're joining a road ride as a triathlete. Aero helmet? No, absolutely not. Well, in some cases. Just don't make it really obvious that it's an aero helmet by putting things like integrated sunglasses on it. Yeah, as far as road cyclists are concerned, they don't crash. They crash a lot, but as far as they know, they don't crash. Road helmet, totally the way to go. Unless they're doing a team time trial, road cyclists have no concern whatsoever for aerodynamics. Frankly, if you can find one of those old vintage helmets that's basically just a whole bunch of leather belts taped together, you're gonna be fantastic because road cyclists love vintage stuff. They're all just a bunch of hipsters wearing spandex instead of tight jeans. Now, all this is not to say that road cyclists are better cyclists than triathlon cyclists. No, not the case at all. It's just a different group dynamic. But if you're a really strong triathlon cyclist, that doesn't mean that you can't be a really awesome road cyclist. Get yourself a road bike, put a bunch of time in on it, and maybe you too could actually do what I did yesterday, the final ride of the day, 52K. I hammered basically right from 15K when we got out of town, and I dropped the entire group all the way to the halfway point, let everyone catch up, and then hammered the entire way home and only had one other rider that was able to keep up. Like all other 36 people. Could not keep up. Your boy, Triathlon Taren, carved up a bunch of road cyclists. Thing is though, you gotta know the etiquette of joining a road riding group. You gotta know your hand signals. You gotta know when to pull. You gotta know which way to pull off on the side up. You gotta know how long to pull. You gotta know what to wear. You gotta know how to be respectful in a road riding group, because it's very different than just going out and slogging out miles on your own time trial bike just by yourself. There's a bunch of people around you, and you need to know how to be safe, you need to know how to be respectful, you need to know how to work with the dynamics of the group, and if you can do that, holy smokes is road riding fun. It's tactical, it's planned, it's a lot of back and forth and deciding when to go and when not to go, and there's surges, and there's points where you're kind of letting people dangle out front. It's not just out there by yourself looking at a power meter. And very few people brag about having an awesome ride just by themselves. Well, actually, that's incorrect. Triathletes brag a lot. But it's way more fun to brag with a whole bunch of people that actually saw you be awesome. On that note, here, check out this fantastic montage of all the nice footage that Mel and I got.
You know, providing people that sort of hand up to get them into a house, and it changes their lives.
Why do I keep coming back? It's an amazing group to ride with. There's so much camaraderie. We suffer together, we laugh together, and that's what keeps driving me back. But
what a great opportunity to get together with a bunch of people who love to ride bikes and do something that we love for a good cause.
I'm super excited about riding this year.
So I would encourage everybody to go and see the key ceremony where you hand over the keys to the family and see what it really means to them. It's a pretty moving thing.